cho đời. Về đây ta cùng sớm chiều, ngôi nhà quý đó ta cùng hệ quy chiếu, hỗ trợ người khác đạt ước nguyện cuộc đời. Người người an vui, nhà nhà an vui, hạnh phúc đủ đầy. Về đây chung một mái nhà, ngôi nhà an vui trân trọng và biết ơn. Ngôi nhà có bấy sự giàu toàn tình, người người an vui, nhà nhà an vui. Còn đời nào vui hơn nơi đây, nào các bạn ơi hãy về đây, cùng quý hôm làm giàu toàn diện, cùng an vui trân trọng và biết ơn. Học tập hăng say làm giàu tâm thái, cuộc sống mới biết bao niềm tin, hướng về một ngày mai tươi sáng, giúp cho người, giúp cho đời, giúp cho người, giúp cho đời. Về đây ta cùng sớm chiều, ngôi nhà quý đó ta cùng hệ quy chiếu, hỗ trợ người khác đạt ước nguyện cuộc đời. Người người an vui, nhà nhà an vui, hạnh phúc đủ đầy. Học tập hăng say làm giàu tâm thái, cuộc sống mới biết bao niềm tin, hướng về một ngày mai tươi sáng, giúp cho người, giúp cho đời, giúp cho người, giúp cho đời, giúp cho người, giúp cho đời, giúp cho người, giúp cho đời. Mentor with mang sứ mệnh tuyệt vời, quang bá suốt đời là giá trị của tôi. Thiên giáo kiến thức tôi nâng tầng trí tuệ, nâng tầm nhận thức tôi đứng trên vân đạm bát sinh. Tôi là mentor with mang cái tâm chân thật, giúp cho nhiều người đạt được ước mơ. Giàu tâm thái tôi bảo hộ người và mình, từ đó tôi nâng cao cảnh giới cuộc sống của chính mình. Tôi làm mentor quý nhân cách tiến tỏa, tôi chinh phục mọi ước mơ, tôi phẩm chất hơn người. Tôi thấu suốt quy luật, thấu hiểu nội tâm, chìa khóa cho tôi làm giàu tâm thái. Tôi làm mentor quý đi xây khái niệm nguồn, biết tình yêu tam giác. Tôi muốn cuộc sống với con người, với mẹ quy chiếu tôi thấu hiểu nội tâm, đó tôi làm chủ cuộc đời chính mình. làm mentor mang cái tâm chân thật, giúp cho nhiều người đạt được ước mơ. Giàu tâm thái tôi bảo hộ người và mình, từ đó tôi nâng cao cảnh giới cuộc sống của chính mình. Tôi làm mentor quý, nhân cách tiến tỏa. Tôi chinh phục mọi ước mơ, tôi phẩm chất hơn người. Tôi thông suốt quy luật, thấu hiểu nội tâm. Chìa khóa cho tôi làm giàu tâm thái. Tôi làm mentor quý, đi xây khái niệm nguồn, biết tình yêu tam giác, cội nguồn cuộc sống với cấu trúc con người. Với ba hệ quy chiếu, tôi thấu hiểu nội tâm. Từ đó tôi làm chủ cuộc đời chính mình. Từ đó tôi làm chủ cuộc đời chính mình. Bao tháng năm qua thật đẹp, hạnh phúc bên nhau trọn vẹn, chăm sóc yêu thương từng ngày, cảm ơn em đã đến bên đời. Em thấy em chưa vẹn toàn, nhưng em thấy em luôn tuyệt vời. Bao dung với không mong cầu xin, vì yêu thương em muốn tôn lên. Mình trọn thấu hiểu nhau, mình chưa đừng nhau sẽ chẳng chừng ghi nhận nhau những điều nhỏ nhặt, làm lớn điều tốt của nhau. Mình nên tâm vào nhau, cùng nhau giàu toàn diện, cùng hạnh phúc đến suốt cuộc đời. Trân trọng và biết ơn thật nhiều, mà yêu thương như thơ ban đầu. Nào dịch bài này ra. Bao tháng năm qua thật đẹp, hạnh phúc bên nhau trọn vẹn, chăm sóc yêu thương từng ngày, em đã đến bên đời. Em thấy em chưa vẹn toàn, nhưng anh thấy em luôn tuyệt vời. Bao dung với không mong
Để chào mấy người.
mình trọn thấu hiểu nhau, mình chưa đừng nhau sẽ chia buồn vui lúc thăng trầm. Ghi nhận nhau những điều nhỏ nhặt, làm lớn điều tốt của nhau. Mình định tâm vào nhau, cùng nhau giàu toàn diện, cùng hạnh phúc đến suốt cuộc đời. Trân trọng và biết ơn thật nhiều, mà yêu thương như thuở ban đầu. ta trao vé đêm quanh ta ý nghĩa ngơi thời bước đi nhẹ nhàng từng khoảnh khắc thích thôi thành công ra hòa sức khỏe lên đi nhân cách kiện toàn bước kiếm cương xa quý nhân bên đời yêu thương chẳng vướng mắc hy vọng tràn đầy nụ cười không tắt chân thành và minh triết sáng tỏ mọi đường đi trân trọng từng bước lòng biết ơn sâu sắc giữ trọn bầu trời trái đất từng nhà tâm hồn thư thái tự tại như làn nước thưởng thức cuộc đời thanh thơi giữa nhân gian xây dựng cộng đồng ấm áp trái tim ta trân trọng từng ngày hướng về an vui hạnh phúc nhân sinh cùng nhau khám phá bước đi bên nhau mở rộng trái tim ánh sáng rất lớn biết ơn cuộc sống tình yêu ta trao vé đêm quanh ta ý nghĩa mới thời bước đi nhẹ nhàng từng khoảnh khắc thích thôi thành công ra hòa sức khỏe lên đi thành công ra hòa sức khỏe bên bi thành công ra hòa sức khỏe bên bi. Trên dây gió nét chữ chân phương thư pháp từ tâm lan tỏa niềm vui tinh thần dân tộc hồn Việt lưu truyền thư pháp kết nối lòng người đoàn viên thư pháp từ tâm lòng người bền bỉ rèn chữ rèn người trí tuệ sáng soi nói tâm an vui bao dung biết ơn thư pháp từ tâm chân quý đời người Việt Nam tâm hồn thanh cao thư pháp dẫn lối tinh thần vượt cao từng nét viết lên bút cháy dòng đời thư pháp từ tâm là lời gửi trao thư pháp từ tâm lòng người bền bỉ rèn chữ rèn người trí tuệ sáng soi nội tâm an vui bao dung biết ơn thư pháp từ tâm chân quý đời người rèn chưa rèn người trí tuệ sáng soi, nội tâm an vui bao dung biết ơn. Từ pháp từ tâm chân quý đời người, sức khỏe người dân thân thể an khang, mối quan hệ tốt gia đình hòa hợp, tài chính thịnh vượng cuộc sống đủ đầy. Thực pháp từ tâm là niềm hạnh phúc. Thư pháp từ tâm lòng người bền bỉ, rèn chưa rèn người trí tuệ sáng soi, nội tâm an vui bao dung biết ơn. Thư pháp từ tâm chân quý đời người, thư pháp từ tâm chân quý đời người.
We continue with the session today. Okay. Let's get back to the content of today's session. So we has been listening to music to transform our inner being, and there's a lot of participants chatting in the chat box and discussing about enrolling in mentor courses. The mentor course is the program which it doesn't matter how much money you have to pay for it, you might not be able to accept, but only when you set an intention to spread this message and wanted to help other people, support human life, then you be able to join. And the course giving you the sponsorship. The course is given by sponsorship basics. And within the course, there is a graduation ceremony which often held in the 5-star hotel in Phú Quốc province, and you be able to experience the 5-star lifestyle hotel. So in the previous mentor courses is the hotel that you be able to stay at is one of the best hotel in Southeast Asia. Okay, and there are other exam or the test or the exam which relate to physical health, to sport, which relate to sport, and there is so the whole course you are given sponsor but the only payment that you have to pay is at the end of the course. You need to participate in the graduation ceremony, which you have to pay for the hotels, the food, and everything has been organized. That is only one payment that you need to make throughout the course. And when you join the course, you'll be able to divide it into different groups, which and those groups you have about 20 of you in the group in order to help and support each other. Okay. If you don't want to participate in the graduation ceremony, it's no big deal. But if you decide that you want to become the holistics expert, then participating in the graduation ceremony is a must. But otherwise, if you just want to receive the knowledge of the course and be able to help other people around you, then participating in the course is already good enough. Unless you want to really become the holistics expert, then participating in the graduation ceremony is a must, because it is one of the ceremony that I will remember for the rest of my life. It's one of the unique experience. No one can give it to you. You won't be able to experience it anywhere else. Apart from it's being held at the New World 5-star New World hotel, which one of the best hotel stay at one of the best beach in the world. But you'll be able to experience the lifestyle as well, the lifestyles of the 6 great harmonious prosperities. So sometimes you have to participate in something so profound, so amazing, then you'll be able to witness the reality, and then it's create a step for you to transform your life. So we become the holistics expert in order to help other people. And we need the process experience in order to conditioning ourselves in order to create the good cause or good seed within us. And from then you'll be able to meet favorable condition and achieve the desirable outcome in our life. So sometimes we have to pay for certain things in life in order to attain what we want, attain what we desire. Okay? And sometimes we have to pay temporarily in order to achieve the profound future. Okay? And most of the time people looking at, they had to pay for today, but they don't think that if they don't participate in the course, if they don't do what they need to do, then they will lose even more. They will have to pay for a greater price later on. So I just want to exchange that idea for you to be able to understand more about the course, nurturing and training a holistics expert, which will go on for 11 months. Okay. So if you only want to receive the knowledge, then it's fine just by participating in the course online But if you really want to connect with the people that come from all over the world who participating in the course, you want to upgrade your health to the next level, you want to transform your life totally, then participate in the ceremony. The graduation ceremony is a must. It's a one lifetime experience. So now we're going to continue with the topic. Some of the participants ask what happened, could they be able to sign up for their family to join? It will be depend on the actual course when it's going on. In the previous course, there's people who bring the whole family, their parents, their kids, grandparents along, and treat it as a holiday. But the next course, Mentor K7, is will depend. So check with the organization if you want to know about this. And today we're going to continue with the energies of wisdom. We'll talk about tolerance. Okay, tolerance corresponds to which state of inner awareness? It corresponds to the second state of inner awareness. Okay, so a person who has the second level of wisdom be able to apply tolerance in their life. So now we go into find out about the second level of wisdom. Second level of wisdom. We're going to discuss more about tolerance. We're going to discuss about tolerance. So to understand more about tolerance, I would like to introduce with you some of the terms with similar to tolerance. That is, so they are forgiveness. We have tolerance. Tolerance, then we have forgiveness. Oh. Forgiveness, leniency. Altruism and leniency. Forgiveness, altruism and leniency. So we have the anonyms had a similar meaning. So these have a similar meaning. Okay. These words, they have similar meanings. Okay, they have similar meaning. So tolerance, if we borrow these term in order to understand more about tolerance. So tolerance can be understood as a virtue of a person. Okay, as a virtue of a person. So we can imagine it's like this. I'm going to borrow this. I'm going to borrow this this headphone set. Okay, I'm going to borrow this box of headphone to represent for 10th part of people fault. Okay, so this box of headphone represents for the 10 parts of people form. So a person with a virtue of forgiveness. Persons with the virtue of forgiveness is one who, when faced with another's fault, absorb. Okay, when faced with, okay, when seeing another fault at 10 parts, when seeing another fault at 10 parts, okay. Absorb entirely of it. Absorb entirely of it. Okay, even if it's tenfold. Over time, the burden of that fault diminishes, leaving only 6 or 7 parts in them, within them. Okay, so that's why that person said, "Oh, I forgive you." Okay, but the next time that's fault repeated. That's for repeated. They continue to absorb 10 parts of it. Okay, so and then this time they said that I already forgive you last time. This time I cannot forgive you anymore. Okay, because the fault, okay, still leaving 6 to 7 parts within them. So the second time it happened, it's explode. Okay, so forgiveness is a virtue. Okay, and there's other people, different type of people. When they seeing other people fall, so one part of people fall, they maximize to 10 parts. Okay, they maximize it to tenfold. Okay, so those are different types of people. They don't have the forgiveness virtue. Okay, so whoever can forgive, there is a call. So because the fault still linger and they may feel a sense of irritation when it's brought up. So outwardly they might say that I have forgotten, but when the same mistakes occurs again, the anger may resurface, making forgiveness more difficult. So a person like this truly embodies the virtue of forgiveness. Okay. So secondly, altruism. Altruistic person is someone who, when seeing another's faults as 10 parts, okay, reduce them through their perspective and accepts only about 6 to 7 parts. Okay, this is a good part. They reduce them through their perspective, and accept only about 6 to 7 parts. Okay, altruistic person is someone who, when seeing another's faults as 10 parts, reduce them through their perception, and accepts only about 6 to 7 parts. Okay, so over time, okay, and over time they gradually let go. Okay, leaving only about 4 to 5 parts. Okay, over time they gradually let go, leaving only about 4 to 5 parts, which is under average, right? Okay. Which is slightly below average. Okay, let me repeat. An altruistic person is someone who, when seeing another's fault as 10 parts, reduce them through their perception and accepts only about 6 to 7 parts. So over time, they gradually let go, leaving around 4 to 5 parts, which is slightly below average. Okay, so or at this stage, it may seem like they have forgotten them. However, if the faults are repeated many times, they may resurface. Okay, so such a person possesses the virtue of altruism. Okay, so the person who an altruistic person who they always looking at other people fall slightly below average. Okay, but if that altruistic person seeing other people falls keep repeating over and over again, then they might not be able to accept it. They might not be able to accept it at all if that fall keep repeating over and over again. So altruism is a virtue, okay, but it's still leaving on 4 to 5 parts of faults, other faults. Okay, and next we have leniency. A lenient person is someone who, when seeing 10 parts in another, perceives only 4 or 5. 4 or 5. Okay. Okay. So when seeing 10 parts in another's, receive 10 parts of faults in another's, perceives only 4 to 5. Okay. So the lenient person is someone who, when seeing 10 parts of another's fall, perceives only 4 or 5. Okay. As these faults enter their heart, they further reduce them to just 1 or 2. Okay. Over time, these faults reduce to just 1 to 2 parts. Okay. Over time, they even those fade away. Okay. They fade away. Okay. Lenient person is someone who, when seeing 10 parts in another's fault, perceives only 4 or 5 parts. So as these faults enter their heart, they further reduce them just to 1 or 2 parts, and over time they fade away. Okay, so if a person for us and we get attached to that, we get entangled to it. Okay, and then we so there sometimes we see other people fault and we get entangled to it too much, then we remember the other people fault, but sometimes we forget them, so we borrow the ideas of this box when we observe those other people fault, right? Then it's either we forgive them, leniency, we become altruism, we become forgiveness. Okay. How about tolerance? Tolerance is respecting. Tolerance is when other people fault. A person with tolerance virtue is very special because it doesn't absorb in them at all. Okay. it doesn't absorb in them at all. So a person with the virtues of tolerance, which means complete acceptance. So when faced with 10 parts of someone's fault, they absorb none of it, and they see no faults in others. Okay, but if that person is keep repeating the mistake over and over again, okay, the tolerance person, they do not check in any. They will not have any emotion, but they will tell themselves that, oh, let's just stop it here. Okay. Okay. So they might say that, okay, just stop it here, and let's not continue this relationship. Okay. So they are not getting angry or delusioned about other people's faults. So forgiveness, altruism, leniencies, these are the goodness in a human being. Okay. But tolerance is another level. Tolerance is another level. So a person with the virtue of tolerance, okay, a person with the virtues of tolerance, a person with the virtue of tolerance, okay, when faced with 10 parts of someone's fault, when faced with 10 parts of someone's fault, take in none of it. Okay, they absorb none of it. Absorbed none of it. Okay, absorbed none of it. Absorb 0%. Okay, so if those faults don't absorb any of it into us, none of it, then there's nothing to result. There's nothing to have to find a solution for. Okay, so because it doesn't absorb into us, so there's nothing to resolve here. So tolerance is one of the energies of wisdom, and is also a way to build up relationships from intimate from affection, trust to intimacy. Okay, and building the quality relationship. So today we just talk about the different meanings of tolerance in order for us to understand more about tolerance. Okay, so we're going to talk about the definitions of tolerance. Okay, we will talk about the source concepts of tolerance. The source concepts of tolerance. Okay. Source concepts of tolerance. Tolerance. So let's talk about the informationized tolerance. Okay. We have information, informationized, energize, energy, and materials. We're going to materialize tolerance. Okay, so with tolerance, we're going to talk first about the material manifestation. So according to UNESCO, okay, according to UNESCO reference system, according to UNESCO, okay, tolerance Okay, according to UNESCO, UNESCO is the world organization. Okay, tolerance is respecting. Tolerance is respecting. Tolerance is respecting and understanding the differences of others, okay, toward us. Differences of others from us. The differences of others from us. Understanding, respecting and understanding the differences of others from us in customs, beliefs, Tolerance is respecting and understanding the differences of others from us in customs, beliefs, ways of life, faiths, religions, races and actions. Okay, so tolerance is respecting and understanding the differences in others from us in customs, beliefs, ways of life, faiths, religions, races, and actions. Excuse me. Allowing others to do things. One's might not personally agree with. Allowing others to do things that one might not personally agree with. Within reasonable limits. To lead them, to guide them, okay, to guide them, naturally grow toward goodness, so that they naturally grow towards goodness. Okay, so it means allowing others to do things one might not personally agree with within reasonable limits, so that they might gradually grow toward goodness. Tolerance is respecting and understanding the differences of others in custom, beliefs, ways of life, faith, religions, races, and actions. It means allowing others to do things one may not personally agree with within reasonable limits, so that they may naturally grow toward goodness. Okay? So this definition is very good. Every single word of it. Let's discuss it in detail after we repeating this definition again. So according to UNESCO, tolerance is respecting and understanding the differences of others in customs, beliefs, ways of life, faiths, religions, races, and actions. It means allowing others to do things they one might not personally agree with within reasonable limits, so that they may naturally grow toward goodness. So according to UNESCO, tolerance belongs to the material manifestation called materialized tolerance. Okay, so material angle corner here we have respecting, understanding, and accepting. Tolerance is respecting and understanding the differences of others in customs, beliefs, ways of life, faith, religions, races, and actions. It means allowing others to do things, accepting others to do things one might not personally agree with, within reasonable limits, so that they may naturally grow toward goodness. So because it's only the material aspect of tolerance, that's why it still have a certain limit. Okay, we haven't have the energy, haven't energized informationized tolerance yet. Okay, so within material aspect, it still have a certain limit. Okay. Okay, here we have great terms is that so that they may naturally grow toward goodness, to guide people naturally grow toward goodness. Okay, so a person has the energies of tolerance, have the material manifestations of tolerance, will help other people, will guide other people naturally grow toward goodness. Okay. Okay, naturally grows toward goodness. Naturally grow toward goodness. To guide them. Naturally grow towards goodness. Okay, naturally grow towards goodness. So if you are parents in this terms, and your child naturally grows towards goodness, okay, naturally grows towards helping families, naturally grows towards maturity, okay. So if you are parents, grandparents, and your kids or your grandkids naturally grows towards goodness, what do you feel? How do you feel? Do you want this result for your kids? Or do you want to have the outcomes that they naturally grow toward goodness? Okay. How about these leaders of the companies, the business owner in here? If your staff, okay, your employees naturally grow toward goodness, what do you feel? And each of us, every day we don't need anyone to remind us, but we are naturally grow toward goodness every single day. What do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? So, with family, with ourselves, with family, with organization and society, everyone around us naturally grow toward goodness. Okay, what do you think? How's that society gonna turn into? And do you really want that kind of result, that outcome? Okay, the secret here lies in the tolerance energies. The parents have tolerance will let the children naturally grow toward goodness. Okay, a business owner have tolerance will guide the employees naturally grow towards goodness. So this is one of the special energies of wisdom, which help us to upgrade the social relationships. Okay, we're going to meet the favorable conditions in human lives. So today, do you want to receive the energies of wisdom, the energies of the tolerance? So imagine one day if this tolerance energy growth within us, then our kids, our children will naturally grow towards goodness. A wife has tolerance. The wife is tolerant, then her husband naturally grow toward goodness. Okay, a tolerant person, everyone around them naturally grow toward goodness. Okay, so do you set an intention to receive this energy of tolerance today? Okay, that definitely you have to have tolerance inside yourself. Let me share with you a secret. That the energies of tolerance is already stored inside of you. Okay, you already have it. You already have it. And the only thing you need to do is to let it resurface. Okay, because it's already there inside of us, just like the energies of inner peace. We already have it inside of us. Okay, and when we found the genuine truth, we'll be able to live in inner peace. Okay, similar to tolerance, the energies of tolerance is already there inside of us. Okay, we just need to let it resurface. So the energies of tolerance resurface, then we and the people around us naturally grow towards goodness. So tolerance, let's get back to tolerance. According to UNESCO, tolerance is respecting and understanding the differences of others. Okay, understanding. Okay, so let's talk about respecting. So what do you think when a person who respecting us and versus the person who not respecting us? Okay. Which person is respecting and which person does not respecting? I mean, when other people do something for us, okay, how do we perceive it as respect and not respect? Okay, respecting and not respecting. Okay, so we have two questions here. Does people around us, what do they do to show their respect to us, and what do they do to show they are not respecting us? Have you ever sit down and make it clear to yourself, write down all the thinking of the other people action, what they do to show respect to us? Okay, so other people regardless and which action the other take with other things other people say, with words the others say, show that they are not respecting us. Have you ever make it clear about this? Make it clear that, okay, if someone does something to us, that means they are respecting us. But if someone do another thing to us, then they are not respecting us. Okay. So, even ourselves, even me, sitting here, sometimes we don't know what other people action, what do they do to show respect to us, and what do they do to not show respect to us, right? Clear on that. Because most of us, or even ourselves, okay, we don't really understand what respect is. Okay, So there's a chance that other people, so if we don't know about this, okay, and there's a big chance that other people around us, they don't know about this, so accidentally in life they do something that not respecting us, but they unaware of it. Okay, they're unaware of it. So there's a chance that other people, they unaware of this. Or there's a certain or we might say that we already told them, but they still not respecting it. So sometimes we say, oh, you doing that means you not respecting me, right? Okay, and we're telling them that don't do it again because that means you're not respecting me. But we never tell them what to do to show respect to us. Okay, we don't tend to tell people what they need to do to show respect to us. Okay, so most often we tell other people that don't do this, don't do that. Okay, don't do this, don't do that, don't do certain things, especially with children, with kids. Okay, most of the time we tell them what not to do, but we seldomly tell them what they should do to show respect to us. So this is the trap of our inner being. Okay, because most of the time we're telling people what they should not do, and then they continue to do what they shouldn't do. Because we never tell them what they should do at all. We think that they should have known it already. They should know better. Okay. So that's why some of us, we're unable to show tolerance to other people, even for the rest of our life. Okay. And when we should see that other people respect me, there's nothing to be tolerant. But when we see other people unrespecting us, then we think that they are not that we won't be able to tolerate, and are we thinking that we need to tolerate them? Okay, so the question is that what do we often tell our loved one? Do we often tell our loved one what they should do to show respect to each other? Okay. So in our relationship with our loved one, instead of saying things negatively or saying things toward darkness, we should follow the light, follow goodness, and telling people, they should do this to show respect to each other, to show respect to us. Okay. So respect is a state of inner awareness in the emotion layer that leads to verbal and non-verbal behaviors, aims at creating positive emotion to the communicative partner during social interactions. Let's say, for example, when kids come home from school, okay, they quickly run into the house without bothering that we actually have guests right now. Okay, then the guests think that kids, they don't respecting them. Your kids don't respect them. Okay, there's a chance, okay, that they might criticize your kids. Okay? But if the parents, okay, every day talk to their children, okay, that when they arrive home, they need to say hello to everyone in the house to show respect, and if a person have propriety, will be able to a person who can practice pride or propriety over time will achieve the higher lifestyle. So instead of resulting the problems that others are not respecting us, then we should make it clear and be clear in ourselves that what others should do to show their respect to us. Okay, let's